and I've been searching, and these gentlemen found my box, my travel box. Hi, what's your names? Oh, these guys are great. They helped me. What's your names?
Richard.
Richard?
Absolutely.
Huh?
Absolutely.
Absolutely? Oh, Richard and Absolutely. Oh, I want to thank them so much for finding my box.
Yes,
you guys are great. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yes.
Oh, I really appreciate it. Great. Oh, so I got the box back. It blew off my bike. Woo! This here is the entrance to Malai, to Katiklan, and funny enough, this is exactly where the checkpoint is. We are at the checkpoint of the Katiklan going to Boracay, and they have a police checkpoint here. They're stopping every car that comes through here. They're checking and see if they have travel passes, the ID, and then they can go ahead and proceed. But if you don't have a travel pass, the police here will send you back to where you came from. And here's a couple of police officers right now. They're stopping this car and then they're checking to see if they have the travel pass. So this car had the pass, the travel pass, and they went ahead and they continued because they had the proper documentation. And then they're stopping this trike right here. It's called a trike. And then they're checking, there's two of them, and they're checking the proper pass. Windows.
There, the blogger there. Hello.
Hello. You have all the paperwork, right? All the paperwork, the travel pass. And this is a bus for the airport.
Yeah,
So
Southwest.
Southwest, so they can go through. They have no problems. Empty bus can go through. There's nobody there. Nobody.
I believe I can fly.
Behind me is the Katiklan Boracay Airport, and they have a lot of flights coming in. There's a flight that just landed, a Cebu Airlines. There's an Air Asia right here, and there's a little private airplane in there. But there's flights coming in all day going to Boracay, mostly from Manila. People coming to Boracay, and they're flying right here. There's an airplane buzzing around. There's a Cebu Pacific that just landed like 2 minutes ago, so we're probably going to see that one. I'm not sure if that's it or not, but they're coming into Boracay and they're landing, and the travel is open from Manila, so there's lots of people coming from Manila to Boracay. So travel is open to Boracay. Even though they have this lockdown going on, they still flying in. There might be 10 or 12 or more flights coming in per day, like pretty much non-stop. But the flights, they end about 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. There's no more. The Air Asia, we call it the Coca-Cola airplane because it looks like a Coca-Cola can, right?
No entienden.
Checkpoint is a little further down the road. I talked to these gentlemen here on the motorcycle right here, and I guess the checkpoint is about 10 kilometers more down the road. I was thinking the checkpoint would be here at the crossing. This is the actual borderline between Aklan and Antique. Antique means red ant, so if you want red ants, you go to Antique. If you continue down this road just a little ways, you've got the checkpoint, and we got a big truck coming by right now. Good thing I didn't walk out in the street. I'd be like Antique. I'd be like a red ant. Checkpoint is over here, down Antique, a little bit further down, and that's where they go ahead and they check everybody. But we're not gonna go to Antique. We're in Antique right there, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna check out someplace else. There's big trucks driving by us. One thing with the COVID in the Philippines, I read this week there was like 1,300,000 cases of the COVID, and recoveries there was 1,200,000 and something thousand. So there has been a lot of recoveries in the Philippines of the COVID, and there's been deaths also, but there's deaths everywhere. There's deaths driving the cars, cancer has deaths, drunk driving, Alcohol makes a lot of deaths. Cigarette smoking makes a lot of cancer. But there's just a lot of deaths everywhere. We're here going to Antique. This is before Antique. This is at the crossing. And I don't know what it's called. Novice crossing? Or?
Solido, this is Barangay Solido.
Barangay Solido.
Yeah.
And we're headed towards Antique on the road that continues here. And we're here visiting a few of our friends. Anthony and Solito. What's her name? Arlinda. We're here visiting, and there's lots of buses coming by. There's a bus coming by right now, and they have these checkpoints all over. They're like little checkpoints. I'm not exactly sure what they do, but they watching the people as they go by, and every little barangay and sometimes every other little barangay, they have these people like these, and then they just watching the people, I guess, that come through the barangay area. But it's all over the place. It's not the PMP checkpoint like we saw earlier, but they have like these checkpoints all over. I guess for the COVID thing, and also just to make sure people are not coming in that shouldn't come in. But this is one of the checkpoint areas here, and every barangay I noticed today riding the motorcycle, they have these like checkpoints everywhere. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take off to Ebahai, and we're gonna check out. We're here at the Ebahai checkpoint, and this is the checkpoint where they check the people and they make sure they have their travel passes, like right here. They have the travel passes, and then they can proceed if they have those passes. They're checking them right now. They have the military here. This is the Ebahai one, and I lost my box. My box to my bike. There's my box right there, and these nice people, they told me my box is down the road, so I have to go down the road and get my box. But we're at the Ebahai checkpoint, and they're stopping all the bikes. This guy right here, this lady, I guess she's a local, so she goes through, but this is the checkpoint in Ebahai, and they checking everyone. And so all the boundaries, if you go to like Tonggalan and Kalibu, all these places, they have these checkpoints with the military, the police, the PNP, and they checking everybody. So this is kind of what they do to lock the people down as far as hopefully prevent the spread of the COVID and this kind of thing. They want to stop the traveling as much as possible. They are issuing these 3-day passes, and I have one, and then they go ahead and issue these passes, and then people can travel. They have to show these passes at the checkpoints right here, and then they can go ahead and they can proceed. But they got to have the passes. So that's kind of how it works here. It limits the travel and hopefully the spread of the COVID.
Game over.
Also, sad news this week, former president of the Philippines, Aquino, he passed away a couple of days ago at age 61. He was the president of the Philippines from about 2010 to 2016, something like that. And he was a good president. And the Philippines economy, it grew a lot under the President Aquino. And he was the president before Duterte. And the president, Duterte, he went ahead and he had like a week of mourning for his rival president, which was really nice of the President Duterte. He went ahead and subject like a week of mourning for the former president, which was really great. So we're here at the checkpoint in Ebahai, and I gotta go get my box. My box fell off my bike. So we're gonna go ahead and go back and get it. But thank you so much for watching the vlog today on the checkpoints. It's a checkpoint all over, and you gotta have the paperwork to proceed. So that's the way it works here, the checkpoints. People are being stopped and checked all over. So you can't really move around freely without a travel pass. So you have to have a good reason for the travel pass too. So thank you so much for watching the vlog on the lockdown. It's a lockdown in the Philippines. So thank you so much and have a great one. Lockdown, we're checking your ID, and we're gonna see you next show.